Good morning. So this reading is for Friday, August 1st. And what I'm going to do is pull a little bit around our past, our present, and our future. Two more. Present energy. And future energy. So looking at the bottom of the deck here, I am getting the devil showing up. So that is Capricorn energy. That is limitations, restrictions. But what I'm picking up more than anything else is just old structures, old ways of thinking or behaving, expectations around things needing to go a certain way. So if you've been really hung up on things, because what I'm getting is like time. And so if you go back into your younger self and you had this kind of almost like roadmap, like I'm going to be married by this age, I'm going to have kids by this age, and I'm going to be, my career is going to be at this level by this point in my life. And so it's kind of that timeline. What I'm getting here with this devil energy is that that's actually a limiting behavior. And so it's kind of, so the way that it's limiting you, what I'm getting is sadness. So it's preventing you from actually living in the moment, just kind of going with the flow of the energy here. It's blocking your sadness, blocking your happiness here. I'm actually getting like a lonely life. So we're gonna see how that plays out here, because I don't get the sense that that's happening anymore. It's more of an awareness. That's what I'm getting with this devil energy at the bottom of the deck. It's more you're aware of the way that you used to approach situations and what that meant for you. And it's only with the beauty of hindsight that you're able to do that. But I'm getting that sense here that it was blocking your happiness. When I look at the past, I am getting the Queen of Wands, Hanged Man, and the Wheel of Fortune. And so that Queen of Wands energy is wanting to take some sort of action. And I say wanting because of the Hanged Man energy. The Hanged Man is pause or delay, but so that you can see things from a different perspective. And so here, the idea was for you to really see where the growth existed. The Wheel of Fortune, it's Jupiter energy, it's growth, it's prosperity. So being in that Hanged Man, being able to see the big picture, you're able to understand, okay, that's where opportunity lies. That's where I want to go. Queen of Wands, that's the movement that I want to make. I want to head down that path. I want to go where the biggest level of growth is going to be, or that biggest opportunity exists, all of it. And so the past energy feels very promising that you were able to see what you were looking for and really start moving in that direction. And I get that here with the Ace of Wands. And so the Ace of Wands is a new beginning. It's based on all of this, being able to see that big picture, understand the path that you want to take. King of Cups is showing up, and the King of Cups has been showing up in a lot of readings lately. And so this is really acting and moving from the heart. It's everything that you're doing is aligning with your emotional self. It's all coming from this place of spiritual growth, emotional growth. I'm also getting the Lovers here, so that Gemini energy, so focusing on what really matters, could be aligning with a specific person here. But this would be somebody that kind of meets your emotional needs with this King of Cups energy. This King of Cups is very emotionally grounded and intelligent and isn't looking for anything superficial. It's like, you need to meet me at my emotional vibration in order for me to consider you as a partner. It's that kind of King of Cups energy. But if romance is not your story, because we do have the Lovers here, so just calling that out, it could be just you aligning with what really matters to you. But again, it would have to be something at a high vibration. You're not interested in just these kind of little wins. You're interested in the big wins. With that Hanged Man energy, you're looking at the big picture. How do I get all of this? And so in the future energy, this actually feels like near future. I'm getting the Chariot. It's Cancer energy, card of success. I'm getting the Death card, Scorpio energy, so change and transformation, endings and new beginnings. And then I'm also getting the Queen of Cups here. And so we do have the King and the Queen of Cups, but I also have the Queen of Wands out here. The Queen of Cups is a lot of self-love, self-care. So whatever needs to change in order for you to just keep moving forward, aligning it with your spiritual path. If this is another person, because I'm getting a 50-50 mix on that, then this person is a part of your progress. It's part of your path and journey here. And so I like the way that the energy is kind of playing out so far. Let's get more details here, because I'm trying to get more around the Devil, because it feels like the King of Cups and the Devil are connected, but it feels like I need more information. Tell me about the Queen of Wands. So with the Queen of Wands here, I'm getting the Ten of Pentacles. And so when you're looking at that big picture perspective, where you were focused on, not just the Wheel of Fortune, but the Ten of Pentacles, this is long-term stability, long-term happiness here. This is a marriage card in tarot, so take it as it makes sense for you. But regardless, it's where you see your life going. It's the stability, growing something over time, really maximizing all of the opportunities available to you. So a lot of growth connected to it. And that's where you wanted to go. That was the action that you wanted to take. And so you were really looking for those opportunities. And so going into the Hanged Man allowed you to see those opportunities, but also resolve some sort of internal conflict. This feels like the awareness of that Devil energy, where the Five of Swords is saying your head and heart aren't aligned. You have these goals, but you're not really open to them. And so we need to kind of break down something within you in order to rebuild it in a more flexible, emotionally aligned way. And so that's what the Five of Swords is doing here in the past energy. I'm getting like a cracking open. So there was something about this where it was opening you up to new opportunities, new possibilities, but it required a change in your mindset. It required a change in just how open you were to these new opportunities. And that's exactly what I'm getting here with the Wheel of Fortune. And so the Wheel of Fortune here with the Moon does hide things in shadow. And so the Hanged Man would show you all of that was hidden in shadow. But the Moon here is your emotions. And so what I'm getting here is a lot of opening yourself emotionally. Mentally, you might have said, okay, well, I want a very significant connection. I want this lovers type of relationship, a soulmate type of relationship here. But emotionally you weren't open, and it was because mentally you had this fear that was holding you back. And that's how all of this is coming across, is there was some sort of block, and it was an emotional block. And so what you've been learning is just where that existed and where your mind might have been instilling some of these kind of guardrails for you that are now operating as roadblocks. And so this emotional growth that I'm getting here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Moon card, it feels like you started becoming aware of it in the past, working through it here, definitely coming across. So let's get more. Tell me about this Ace of Wands. King of Cups. And the Lovers. So with the Ace of Wands here, I'm getting the King of Pentacles. And so I love it because of the way that all of this is playing out. All the action you're taking is coming from a place of stability. This tells me everything around working on yourself, identifying that Devil energy, and just opening yourself up emotionally. This is going to be a work in progress. This is not like you flip a switch and now you're open. It's going to be a continuous effort here. And that's what this looks like. Focusing on that Ten of Pentacles, could be marriage, but regardless of your stability, whatever it is that you're going towards, whatever it is that you're trying to gain here, it feels like you're coming at it from a place of just feeling inspired and motivated, Ace of Wands. But it's because of this emotional openness where you feel like you can achieve these results, that you are capable and worthy of the goals that you're setting for yourself. With the King of Cups here, I'm getting the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is the end of a painful cycle. This is something that's done. It's over. This was the connection to the Devil energy. The Devil existed so that you were protecting yourself. There was a period of time where it was necessary in order to heal from this Ten of Swords. You had to kind of block anything from just, okay, maybe I'll say it this way because of the way that I'm getting the energy. It's if you have an open wound, you have to find a Band-Aid or put something on top of it in order to protect it. Let the healing kind of happen underneath. And so that when the skin has kind of closed over and kind of sealed the wound, that's when the guard can come down. That's when the Band-Aid can come off. And the devil's been operating in that way, where it was protecting you. It was a structure that was created to protect you so that you could heal from this Ten of Swords. But now that you're stepping into this King of Cups energy, this emotional growth and maturity, you don't need the devil anymore. You can rip the Band-Aid off. You're ready to kind of just be out there again in the open and give yourself another chance at that happiness, because that devil energy does feel like it's blocking you in that way. With the Lovers here, I'm getting the Hermit energy. So Virgo coming through. Virgo's healing. So I'm getting a lot of internal reflection and healing around maybe a specific person, a relationship, but I'm also getting healing to really open yourself up, to really explore something here that you want for yourself. I love the way that that's coming through, because it feels like the emotional openness is finally really starting to take hold, and that you're finding, even if it's a little bit over time, a little bit each day, a little bit each week, I'm getting the sense here that the more that that kind of cracks open, the more you're able to receive all of the happiness that you're looking for. But it takes that kind of cracking it open, that removing the devil energy, in order for that to really happen. Tell me about the Chariot. Death card. Queen of Cups. So with the Chariot energy, I am getting the Six of Cups. So the Chariot, that's success, card of nostalgia, a lot of happiness here. So I love to see this. All of the work that you're doing, you really are opening yourself up emotionally. It's letting go of the devil energy. But again, it feels like it's something, it's slow. It's like a slow opening of yourself, but there is progress being made here. And when I see that Death card being influenced here or kind of clarified by that Eight of Wands, the Eight of Wands is forward movement. It's very fast action. As this change unfolds, things are going to start happening at a faster pace. The more that you open yourself up, the more that you receive, and it feels like you get inspired to keep going and maybe moving at a faster pace here. The Eight of Wands is also open communication. And so you might feel inspired and motivated to start telling other people what has happened, what you've been through. It's just really opening up here. It's taking the Hermit, all of that internal reflection, and now putting it outward. Everything that's happening to you, it feels like you're coming out stronger, more of like that Judgment card without getting the Judgment card, that kind of evolved version of yourself where you're stronger, you're happier, you're more open to new possibilities here. And then even with this Queen of Cups here, I'm getting the Two of Pentacles. And so that Two of Pentacles is balancing priorities, focusing here on what really matters. It's also carving time out for yourself, making sure that your emotional needs are continuously being met. So whether this is in connection with another person or it's just you aligning with your path, it's taking the time that you need on a regular basis, whatever regular basis means to you, daily, weekly, again, whatever that means, but really giving yourself the time, because you're not going to do anybody any good, especially yourself, if you're emotionally depleted. And so really finding and prioritizing that time. So this is the reading for Friday. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.